Good morning and welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Crypto Kip, and today, guys, we have an FOMC meeting, and folks are getting ready for a bull market. A lot of people out there are probably wondering, is this FOMC meeting going to do anything to the market, move the price of Bitcoin? And the answer is probably yes. We're probably going to see some volatility right around the time Federal Chair Jerome Powell speaks, due to some of the things that he might hint for the year ahead. And really, it should make the most impact on the traditional market, but there is still some correlation between Bitcoin and the traditional market. And one day, we do expect Bitcoin to just kind of leave the S&P 500 in the dust. Maybe one day they'll be an inverse of each other. We're just not there yet at this point in time, but we do have some exciting things going on. And I want to talk a little bit about why the bull market has started, but it is only the beginning. A couple stories. Donald Trump's NFT collection that he launched yesterday, guys. Got to talk about that. Very interesting story there. The Loaded Lion NFT collection sold out 2 days in a row for the second phase of that mint. We'll get into that and some of the controversy going on around the crypto.com NFT space. We'll look at some altcoins and talk about just generally what's going on in the market. And, of course, do a Q&A at the end. If you like this kind of content, smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. And good morning, everybody. Sushi, Cryo, and Shy Socks. Good to see you guys. We have Bitcoin coming in at $41,900 today. Just the other day, we were at $44,000. We are still doing just fine. $800 billion market cap. You remember when we were doing these videos about a year ago? $500 billion market cap, $400 billion market cap. Bitcoin was a lot lower. And in the last year, this thing's up over 150%. Really spectacular performance out of Bitcoin, something that's almost $1 trillion market cap. Ethereum has been doing pretty well, arguably still lagging behind Bitcoin, which is seemingly produced bigger gains. Really, I think they have from the bottom to the top. I think Ethereum has produced less gains than Bitcoin. And then we do have some outliers out there and competitors to Ethereum like Solana that started this bull market off rip roaring. And now we kind of have latecomers to the party like Avalanche that's beginning its ascent. Now, these are layer one solutions. Layer one solutions are essentially competitors to Ethereum. It's places where people can build decentralized applications, exchanges, all these fun things that everybody talks about with DeFi. Avalanche is a good place to do it. Cardano is a good place to do it. Solana is a good place to do it. There's a lot of things in here. Polkadot is one where really not as popular, but even that's doing pretty well. Matic is a layer 2 solution for Ethereum, which is really helping the Ethereum problem and tied into a lot of other chains as well. Chainlink was one that has to do with a lot. That's not a layer 1 solution. That one is an enhancer for the market as well, but there's a lot of coins out there that are pumping, and arguably, Cronos is lagging behind. I'll just be honest with you guys. I've got a lot of Cronos coins. I'm waiting for this thing to pump. Maybe this is one of those late stragglers, and then boom, has an explosion that nobody was expecting. That's certainly what I'm hoping for, but I certainly believe that this thing can still hit $1. $2 to $5 in the next bull cycle is still on the table for this project, especially if they can start to get more attraction into that ecosystem. But there's so many ecosystems that are out there that honestly, guys, when it comes to an investing strategy and you're trying to build your bags for this bull market, which has barely even started, which I'm going to talk about here in a second, you got to be considering, am I diversified enough? Am I getting into enough projects? Do I have exposure to the Solana ecosystem, the Avalanche ecosystem, the Cronos ecosystem, the Ethereum ecosystem? Do I have exposure to, maybe you still want exposure to the Binance ecosystem. Me, not so much anymore really with the Binance ecosystem due to some of the issues they had lately. Cardano is certainly one. Do you have the popular meme token within that ecosystem on Solana? Do you have Bonk? Do you have, for Cardano, seems to be Snack, Avalanche? Not really sure what that one is yet. I got to do more research on Avalanche, to be honest with you guys. Cronos, it's arguably Corgi AI. Do you have Corgi AI within the Cronos ecosystem? Do you want it? Are you into the meme coin space? All these different things, guys, are kind of things that you could start swirling around in your mind as you're getting ready for the next bull cycle. And then there's a couple other things. Like, for one example, now, Avalanche has been doing well, and Cardano has certainly been, it's a top 8 coin, so it's doing well. Why isn't Cronos doing well yet? Well, yesterday I was kind of hunting for an exchange, okay? For those of you guys that don't know, if you're in the USA, there's really not any great exchange situations for you to use unless you're using a VPN anymore. Because basically the SEC has just boxed any company out from wanting to launch any exchange products in this country at this point, really. We have Coinbase Pro, and I don't really know any other exchange where you can access an order book here in the US that's not a decentralized protocol, okay? So yesterday I was looking at Coinbase and by the way, guys, the crypto.com app, the Coinbase app, okay, is different than Coinbase Pro where you have an order book, right? KuCoin. If you use KuCoin, you can see there's order books on that. Well, if you want to use KuCoin, you need to use a VPN. If you want to use MEXC, you got to use a VPN because we're technically not allowed to use it here in the US. Elizabeth Warren just proposed a bill to even try to make matters worse, banning completely crypto in the US, making it illegal for you to use it. But anyway, I was looking at Coinbase Pro in the App Store, and then, actually I found Coinbase Wallet, and I downloaded the wallet before. I've used it, but I re-downloaded it again, and I was just kind of looking through, and what I realized is in the Coinbase wallet, okay, this is the decentralized wallet, okay, this is hold your keys, this wallet offered Avalanche Chain, it offered Cardano, it had Matic, it had Optimism, it had a bunch of different chains, okay? It did not have the Cronos chain, which is interesting to me. So if you're looking for a reason why Cronos isn't pumping yet, just know, woo! It is still in its infancy. It launched in 2021, and it was in November at the peak of the bull market, guys. Oops. And right now in the Coinbase wallet, Cronos isn't available. Cronos is not in the Coinbase wallet. You can't access the Cronos chain and interact with the Cronos chain on the Coinbase wallet. Eventually, I'd like to see that get listed. Cronos coin, the Cronos coin you can buy on Coinbase. And Cronos Coin has an advantage amongst other exchange tokens in that it is listed on a lot more exchanges than other tokens. So there's wins here. There's, things that you'd like to see over here. You're going to kind of just watch these projects in the development, see where they're at, see how many people are utilizing them. And another thing I was peeking at yesterday was kind of the metrics of how many people and how many tweets are going out of Cronos versus like KuCoin token. Well, why KuCoin token? Because KuCoin token has been doing very, very well lately. And probably because it's doing well, these metrics were a little bit skewed, but it turns out that KuCoin token has about double the amount of tweets in the last 28 days over the crypto.com token. Now, if KuCoin started pumping, I'm sure that would change. But these kind of metrics are interesting to look at. Okay, now the bull market hasn't even begun, and so talking about why something's not pumping or why something is all premature talk, really, in my opinion. But I know it's things that you guys are curious about, and so I kind of want to share my thoughts on all this with you because it's definitely something that I know people are interested in right now. A lot of big movers right now. You want to get in on these movers, and you want to understand why these things are happening. Layer 1 solutions are hot. Ethereum competitors are hot. The coins within those ecosystems that that are the most useful within the Avalanche ecosystem, those will be hot. It's going to be a very interesting thing to kind of watch play out. We're getting ready to build some bags. Now, let's look at the charts and see exactly what's going on with Bitcoin today, trying to make its move up. Right now, we are getting some move upward, folks, which is great to see. Good morning, John. Lip his cap would say what? Yeah, I am allergic to red candles, which is why my sneezes went away because we got green candles printing right now. This is actually really good to see. These are the 15-minute candles here. Let's see what we got. This is that recovery we're looking for. I was saying really looking strong on a bounce off $40,000 yesterday. We were trickling down. I said, hey, maybe our V-shaped recovery is kind of off the table. V-shaped recoveries usually happen pretty darn quick. When this bull market really starts getting parabolic, When I say V-shaped recovery, I'm talking about like wick down and then explosion back up like the next day. And get ready, that's going to come. But this was like a 3-day consolidation around the $40,000 level and a bounce. We're moving up. It's good to see. If this thing can break above 42,500 today, which honestly I think is very possible, and the Fed doesn't come out and say anything too bearish, then we're looking pretty good and we can probably continue this rally up. BRC20 tokens would pump. Altcoins would continue to pump. Maybe some of the altcoins that have been pumping lately would cool off if Bitcoin started to steal the show. So something that I'll be looking at. Yeah, McLovin Crow, good to see you. Coinbase and CDC. But CDC, you can't even access in the U.S. They're talking about the exchanges in the chat. By the way, leave me a comment in the chat if you guys are new to the channel. We do Q&As throughout the stream, and especially at the end, we'll talk about some altcoin picks. Look at Crowcoin. We got a lot of Crowcoin fans out there. We do still have some strength here around the 10 cents level, trying to turn this into support. We'll keep an eye on that for you guys to make sure we do. The overall market cap looks like it's trying to get a bounce as well. So we are looking pretty decent today. Everybody's getting ready. A lot of anticipation for the FOMC meeting. Stocks open as 2023 Fed decision looms. What do we see today? S&P 500 up slightly. Dow Jones Industrial Average up slightly. NASDAQ up slightly. We got Coinbase doing pretty well today as well. Robinhood down slightly, but I think Coinbase and Robinhood are going to be some big plays along with some of the mining stocks like Riot, like Marathon Digital that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Of course, not financial advice, but those are some of the projects that I'm certainly looking at to get in my Roth IRA. So let's look at what's going on with the Fed. So if the S&P 500 was breaking all-time highs right now, then we would be at a risk of Federal Chair Jerome Powell raising the interest rate. But we're not doing that. The S&P 500 is holding firmly on its way up, but not too fast. And Federal Chair Jerome Powell is likely today going to pause the rate hikes. There's like a 95% chance that he's going to pause the rate hikes. But the real question lingering in everybody's mind is not, oh, is he going to pause the rate hikes? We know that's coming now at this point. Everybody's expecting it. But, the forecast for 2024, that's what everybody's looking at. And so around this speech where he gets up on this podium later today and he starts talking about what he's going to do and what he sees coming ahead and the decisions that they're making and how they make them, that language is going to be very important. I wish I could live stream for it. I can't today. But, we are going to keep an eye on those comments. If Bitcoin can break above like 42.5, then I think we can get a move back up to 44K. Be careful, guys, because 44K is going to be some tough resistance. Even if we're going up to it, we might not break straight through. But Bitcoin is certainly powerful. And there's an argument to be had that we've got great momentum right now. September was up 0.391 or 3.91%. October is 28% gains. November, 8% gains. December is 11% gains. We are looking pretty darn good right now, guys. We just got a gifted membership, by the way. Congratulations to Alpha. Oh, man. Alpha. I know that guy. How you doing, Alpha, man? Congrats. Glad to have you as a member on the channel. We got gifted memberships on this channel. There you go. You showed up, Alpha, and you got a free membership. I got to get back in to your Twitter Spaces. Alpha actually has got some good Twitter Spaces that we want to keep an eye on in this bull market because he's building up a community, guys, and it's all about community at the end of the day. But yeah, we do have some good momentum, folks. And what I want to remind you is we could retrace, though. And why would you say something like that, Crypto Kip? We just want to get rich now. Believe me, I want to be rich right now. But let's put our thinking caps on and think. Let me know in the comments down below if you caught that reference. Crypto is so back for everyone, says Fortune Crypto, except retail investors. But last time I checked, I doubled my money on ordinals in the last month. What do you mean? The retail traders are doing well. This is an interesting article, guys. Oh, bummer. I got to be a subscriber for this. I was able to see it on my iPhone. But this article goes into essentially the fact that the downloads for the Coinbase app, this is Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, and this article kind of talks about how retail investors aren't back. And it goes into saying how retail investors come into this market, they download the Coinbase app, they do a trade, they get wrecked, and then they're here for a one-time visit, and then they're never coming back. I disagree. Even the people that got burned in crypto, they're going to come back. Because the people that got into crypto got burned were the people that had FOMO. And the people that have FOMO are always going to have FOMO. And they're going to make some money, and they're going to buy some crypto, and they might do a little bit better this time, but there's going to be a whole new set of people that didn't come in. In the last bull cycle, out of 100% of the globe, what percentage of people got into crypto? Probably less than 1% still. Probably. Right. And so this article kind of goes into detail saying retail investors aren't back. We'll know when retail investors are back when the Coinbase app downloads are at all-time highs. And that's true. Actually, I was just talking with one of my best buddies yesterday, and we were talking about like top signals. And by the way, that things are overheated when you're already talking about top signals and the Bitcoin halving hasn't even occurred yet. That's pretty crazy to think about. But one of the top signals we were discussing, and he mentioned it to me actually, and I hadn't even thought about it yet because I wasn't even thinking about top signals yet, is when Coinbase is trending and it's the #1 downloaded app on the Apple App Store. That's when we're at the peak, okay? Now, we're so far away from that. And this article is just 1.5 years too early, okay? Retail investors, the ones that got out, they're not back yet. The diamond handers, you and me, Alpha in the chat, Cryo, all you guys are here because you guys are crypto lovers. You're not just retail investors. You guys are crypto investors. You guys love crypto, okay? But the retail investors, in my mind, are really the ones that is like your uncle at Thanksgiving who's like, yeah, I got back into a little bit of Bitcoin. Or I was thinking about it. Or the guy that says, I don't have enough time to invest in that stuff, right? Those are the guys that are the retail traders. So crypto is coming back, but it is not back yet. And the sign for that is the fact that it's really not that popular on the App Store right now. We're going to need to see a lot more people downloading Crypto.com app, Coinbase app. And also, let's get some exchanges launched in the U.S., man. I'll tell you. Shy Sox fan. Alpha says he won something. Alpha did win. You won something, brother. And a membership. By the way, now you can you get access. You come into our private Discord, brother. If you want, you just link your Discord to your YouTube account. And anybody that's a member on our channel can link those in and access our private crypto report chat where we're just talking, talking about little trades we're moving, little opinions, things that when I'm not doing videos, we can kind of stay in touch and do some of that. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so let's look at some more of this, guys, because now crypto's so back. Well, it's coming back, but where are we really in the scheme of things? Here's your Bitcoin halving rainbow chart cycle indicator, all right? Here's your halving back in 2020. Here's your halving that's coming up in 2024. As you get closer to a halving, the market does move up, but note, right around a couple months before this halving occurred in 2020, we had a bull market that turned into a bear market, and it looked like we were in a bull market, and then we dipped back down. And then we have a bull market that turned into a bear market, and it looks like a bull market, and it could come back down. This is what I've been warning you guys about. Now, I'm looking at Bitcoin at $40,000 and saying we got to bounce. I'm thinking, hey, we can attempt $44,000 again. I think Crowcoin's bouncing off 10 cents. Now, if we can continue to go higher, get into this higher green or this yellow band, and we can see the price of Bitcoin and altcoins continue to move up, that would be great to kind of poise us back for a sell-off that isn't all the way back to the bottom. And really, the only reason this bottom occurred is because of the pandemic. Hopefully, we don't have a pandemic coming, or WW3, if you know what I'm talking about. So, be careful, guys. Greed is definitely in the air right now. This is a Santa rally. Sometimes we can get dry in Q1. Sometimes this next summer is a little bit duddish as well. The good thing we do have coming up for us is the spot Bitcoin ETF, and that is coming. That is coming soon. But don't be fooled, guys. Despite pullbacks that might come or might not come, this is the beginning. Why do I say something like that? Because we're just seeing some of these layer one solutions pump. We haven't even seen really Cronos pump in a big way yet. We have basically a 2x from the bottom, from 5 cents to 10 cents, which is decent. But compared to other coins, it's got some work to do. And we are now seeing the Donald Trump NFT line come out, and he is launching more of these trading cards, guys. Now, if you buy 47 of Donald Trump's NFT digital trading cards, you get a physical card that actually comes with a piece of Donald Trump's mugshot suit. Like literally the suit on the thumbnail that he's wearing for the mugshot. You get a piece of the suit. Now, that's like thousands of dollars. It's like $4,000, $5,000 worth of stuff. I'm not saying I'm buying this or interested or whatever, but it's just an interesting story because you can tell crypto's getting exciting again, just getting exciting again, because Donald Trump is releasing yet another NFT collection. And we've got other NFT collections that are getting launched right now. The Loaded Lions NFT collection just got launched as well. And, you know, they did the Dark Lion launch recently. And I did a video on the Dark Lions yesterday that got some comments. You know, some people agreed with me. I said crypto.com failure talking about these Loaded Lions, okay? And let's be real here, guys. The mint sold out in 19 minutes today. It sold out in about an hour yesterday. They're selling out, so it's not a failure, right? But what people are complaining about is people are complaining that when they went into the queue, sometimes they get into the cart and then there's a glitch and they didn't actually get the purchase. Some people were able to buy over the maximum amount that you were allowed. And what's interesting to me is some people in the community that got the Lions want to deny the people that didn't get the Lions of the truths that happened where they kind of got, you know, screwed, right? Where if somebody was in line, they had the money, they were ready, they didn't get access, they had a Lion. Sometimes these systems do glitch, and that's real. I didn't get any Loaded Lions. I'm not upset about it. I actually didn't even try, to be honest with you guys. I didn't even go into either of these mints. Because to be honest with you, the Loaded Lions haven't been a fantastic investment. I bought my Viking Lion at like $2,000 or $3,000, and it's worth $1,000. I bought a Loaded Lion NFT for the channel that we're going to do a giveaway, by the way, giving away a free Loaded Lion at, I think it's 20,000 subscribers on the channel. And we're going to give that away to somebody in the community out there. We paid $2,000 for that. It's worth $1,000 now. Now, in the bull market, these things will probably go back up. But to be honest with you guys, from an investment standpoint, here, I'm just going to say it. So far, the Loaded Lions have sucked. And I love them. I mean, I think it's a community symbol. I think if you're part of the Crow fam, it's great to have one. I want some Dark Lions, but I'm not eager enough to go in and mint these, even though I think it is a easy 5 or 10x. I think these things will probably sell for about $1,000. Just looking at the Loaded Lions, the Dark Lions will likely sell for about the same, maybe less, maybe more. We'll see. But they sold out. People are still excited about it, even though they've had some issues with these mints. People are still hyped up. And so that's got to count for something. Now, compared to some of these other ecosystems, been talking about the Solana NFT ecosystem the most because it's booming the most. Cronos just isn't doing that yet. We still have yet to see that. Maybe this is the bull cycle for that. 2J3 says loaded paperweights. Exactly. They're just kind of sitting there. They're just kind of sitting there. And you know what? I'm excited. For anybody that got them, I'm pumped for you because they look really cool. And I'm going to get one too, probably in the aftermarket. But to be honest with you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy altcoins instead. And I'm going to go find a 5x or a 10x on an altcoin and then buy a Loaded Lion NFT maybe afterwards. You know, like that's kind of where I'm at because we still have so many 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100Xs coming in this bull cycle. I probably sound like a psycho to some of you guys out there if this is your first cycle, but this is just how it works. West Texas Crypto just gifted another membership, the second membership gifted on this channel today. We now are at, I think, 36 members on the channel. When we hit 100 members on the channel, we're giving back to the community, guys. Very cool, guys. Make sure you join the private Discord. Yeah, so I'm just, how do you guys feel about this loaded? Can we talk about this Loaded Lions mint, guys? How do you feel? Can you tell me in the chat? Did you do it? Are you interested? Do you like Loaded Lions? Do you think Loaded Lions are a good investment? 2J3 says loaded paperweights. It's kind of how I feel about it. I wish I had bought, whatever, anything else, honestly. Cronos, Bonk, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, any of it. I wish I had bought it instead of Loaded Lions in a way, because then I could have bought like 10 more Loaded Lions, if I wanted. They just haven't been a great investment, in my opinion. What is the Loaded Lion mint price? They were $99 for the Loaded Lion holders, and then it was like 140, and then like 170 or something. And I think they're going to be worth like $1,000. So, yeah. Avo, welcome. Congratulations. Aaron Crumps, good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining. West Texas Crypto. Man, I'm having trouble saying that, brother. I love the name, though. Love the name. But anyway, that's kind of my 2 cents on this. And, I put out this other tweet the other day, and, I am a crypto.com guy. I got a lot of crypto.com tokens, okay? And, I'm very excited about those. But here, like, is a perfect example. I put out this tweet yesterday. Do you agree or disagree with this comment below about this Dark Lion Mint video that I did? Share your opinion below. This guy says, get the hell out. There was more demand than supply. Not everyone was going to get one. People need to get over their crying crap. How about every person who wants one, get one? What would the value be? They are valuable because they are limited. A lot of this is true, right? And like, people are always going to cry, right? But I'm just saying there's some circumstances in this that people were legitimately affected. And I kind of chuckle because this guy even edited it because he wasn't even happy with his response. This guy's coming out of anger. Maybe this fellow's watching the channel right now and watching this stream. And I blacked out your name. I didn't want to pick on you, but I just think we got to be sensitive to everybody in the community. I didn't even try to mint these, so I really couldn't care less. I just care about the community being happy. There's definitely some luck to this. There's definitely, did you wake up early enough? Did you set yourself up? There's user error. But then there's also crypto.com error where people were able to mint this thing way more than they should have been able to. And because they did it from different browsers or whatever, but there were some glitches and it's real. And I just think that they need to kind of figure this out. They just kind of need to figure this out. It's not very... there have been a lot of complaints about the mints from crypto.com's mints. Also, and again, I'm a big crypto.com bull, folks, but let's just be real here. Again, I was talking about what exchange are you... Let me know in the comments down below. What exchange are you using? Are you using an exchange with an order book that you can actually see? Because if you're using the crypto.com app, you're not seeing that order book. Okay, I was telling you guys a story about how I have $10,000 worth of ordinals. I looked, what if I sold all $10,000 of that? What would be the fee and what would be the amount of US dollars I get back? $7,000. How is there a $3,000 spread? How is there a $3,000 gap? Well, guys, I'm going to explain this to you in a second, but what you need to know is the app is for beginners and just people that want to buy in and earn and do the card, and that's a lot of fun, and it's really great for it. And it's a fantastic product. But if you're a trader, or you want to swing trade or day trade or get some of these other tokens and not get ripped off when you're moving from one coin to another, you want a product for that. And we don't have it because the crypto.com exchange hasn't launched. Coinbase Pro is about the only thing that I can think to use unless I'm using a VPN and I'm using KuCoin or MEXC or any of these other exchanges. But why does this happen? Why would, if I was using the crypto.com app, why would my $10,000 worth of ordinals, if I sold it, turn into $7,000? How does that make sense? Well, it's very simple, guys. Now, when Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin, he buys it over the counter, OTC. All right. So what he does is he goes directly to exchanges and he essentially strikes a deal with them. I've never bought OTC, so I don't know the ins and outs of exactly how it works. But if Michael Saylor was to go just to the Coinbase app like you and me, or the crypto.com app like you and me, and buy $20 million worth of Bitcoin, okay? The price of Bitcoin would explode up to like, you know, probably, I don't know, $50,000, $60,000. It would explode. It would explode. You'd see a huge green candle. But when Michael Saylor goes and buys it OTC directly from Coinbase, that doesn't happen. Why? Because when he buys it over the counter, he's buying it out of just like a basically stash that Coinbase has. They hold a bunch of Bitcoin, and he just buys it directly from them off the marketplace, doesn't hit the market, isn't gobbling up an order book. And that's exactly what's happening here. For me, when I want to sell ordinals on the crypto.com application, if I were to sell $10,000 worth, well, there's not really $10,000 worth of buy orders to counter my sell order. And so what happens is all these other orders are kind of placed, and I gobble up the order book. I don't know how to better explain that. Then you gobble up the order book, and you don't get the favorable orders because there's just, frankly, not enough orders on the crypto.com app. And so when people complain about crypto.com and the fees and the this and the this, the truth is that there's just not enough interest in the coin that you're trading on the app at the time you're trying to trade it if it goes from 10,000 to 7,000. Okay? In a freaky bull market, or when a token's pumping, you're probably going to get a little bit more of a forgiving trade with a big stack. But if I was trading $70 worth, I probably wouldn't have an issue. But the fact that I'm trading $10,000 worth, it's kind of like the Michael Saylor concept. If Michael Saylor bought on the Bitcoin exchange, bought all his Bitcoin on the Coinbase exchange instead of OTC, he would get a very unfavorable price. He would get it at like 44, 45, 46, 50,000. Some of the later orders that kind of scooped up in the order book would be very unfavorable prices. So that's why a lot of these big guys buy OTC when they have big stacks. And not to say that I have a big stack of ordi per se. 10,000 is a decent amount of money. Let's be real here. But it's a big stack relative to the application and how many people are trading on it. And so I'm not getting a good deal because it's just not enough volume. Now, if we had access to the crypto.com exchange, then I would probably get better deals on my trades. But unfortunately, we don't have access to this exchange. And frankly, we don't have access to any exchange in the US except for like Coinbase Pro at this point, unless you're using a VPN. It's kind of ridiculous. And so I tweeted out at Chris Marsliak, and look, I got a lot of traction on this thing. It had 40 retweets, 192 likes, 8 comments. And I think if you guys haven't seen this or retweeted this yet, you should, because we need to get Chris Marsliak's attention. I think that crypto.com needs to figure out how to get into the US. Again, this isn't a crypto.com issue. This is really a USA and regulation issue. This is really an issue here within the US, but we want to make Chris aware that this is a top priority for anybody using the app. Wanting access to the exchange as well, I think, is a no-brainer. CZ says, looks like I'll be going on a vacation soon. That's right. Behind bars, my brother. We got CZ in the chat. Let's see. Waldo says, I sold off my land NFTs before the initial release. Going to try to get in line tomorrow. Honestly, I agree. First come, first serve. Luck is luck. Yeah. A lot of people had some trouble with the mint. Victor Gomez, good to see ya. We technically got into the US with the new rewards. Yeah, I mean, we need access to the exchange. The new rewards program is pretty cool. If you use the app a lot, then you get more perks on the exchange. But don't be fooled. It is not even close to anything like giving us the exchange. You want the exchange. You want the real exchange. The burn should be happening at any moment. Victor talking about a Crowcoin burn that we've been waiting on. We got CZ in the chat. Wish CZ a good morning and good luck in his journey to prison. CZ's going to prison. Bye, CZ. Bye. Hope you find your dad. Yep. Bye. Let's see. Bitcoin. Little resistance. We're going to have some volatility later today, folks, because of this FOMC. Just get ready. That's kind of all the stories I really had for you today. Got me in it. Gotta share some real truths with you guys. ML World's best gameplay. What exchange do you use? I use Coinbase. I use Crypto.com. I don't like using VPNs, but I might end up using MEXC a little bit. I use FOMC a little bit as well, but FOMC is limited. FOMC is really good for some of the bigger tokens. FOMC is very good for leverage trading. If you want to leverage trade, we do have free sign-up money for you when you sign up for FOMC using our link down below. So check that out. FOMC, you don't need a VPN, I don't believe. So, yeah. Yeah, and then I use DeFi, and DeFi is really the best bet. If you're in the US and you can't use a bunch of exchanges, use DeFi. Unfortunately for ordinals, it's just not really on DeFi. It's in the Alex protocol probably. I know I saw Waldo's asking if I'm still looking at Alex. I will be getting into there. Yes. I'm just I'm a little cash strapped right now, to be just honest with you guys, because I got a new home. I'm in the market. I don't really want to trade around too much right now. I'm just going to kind of wait for some more gains to flip some profits. And I'm waiting for some more paychecks. I got my first mortgage coming up on the new place. And so, you know, I'm just doing what I can to keep dollar cost averaging in. And I will be getting into some Alex token. What is Alex token? Maybe some of you guys out there have no idea what I'm talking about. Alex token is the BRC20 first decentralized exchange ever on Bitcoin. How about them apples? It could be pretty big. I don't know. Maybe not but maybe. Yeah, so McLovin Crow is saying something that I just want to point out. Now, the new rewards plus probably gives us the same benefits as the exchange. It very much does not, my brother. And here's why. You're not getting access to an exchange. Well, I don't care about perks. Perks are just little puffy, enjoyable, little extra. Here's this little bone. The truth is if I'm going to sell my ordinals, which is worth $10,000 or $7,000, until they can kind of solve that for me and get enough volume in their exchange to make sure that I'm not getting ripped off, that's really what I'm worried about. The extra perks are nice, but they have nothing to do with the exchange. You need the order book. You need to be able to access the order book, because then you can actually see which orders you're going to chew into, and you can choose your orders, and you can sell it in strategic pieces and strategic quantities. Yeah, so it's very important, and this is like crypto 3.0 stuff, like order book gobbling up all that. You know, a lot of people are just like, what? I just buy the coins and that's it. Nope, it's much more than that. Now you're getting into trading, you're getting into order books, and you're getting into, you know, the real technical side of trading. You need an exchange. You need to be able to access that. You need the savvy traders to use the big platforms. The savvy traders are going to bring the most volume, arguably. And so if crypto.com's not offering that to the savvy traders in the US, they're missing out on all that volume, and that's a bummer. McLovin says, if banks are going to get into Bitcoin, won't Bitcoin go to infinity since they're printing so much cash? Well, I'll tell you, I think Bitcoin could flip gold, but it doesn't quite work like that. Bitcoin's the off-ramp to the dollars. And banks aren't going to fully get into crypto. They're going to continue to battle crypto. They're going to get into their own blockchain technologies and try to keep you on the stable coins. They're going to be in hand with the government talking about stable coins. All right, guys. Well, I actually got a jet. I got to get out of here. Thanks so much for tuning in. That's all I got for you guys in this one. Look out for the FOMC meeting later today. Guys, let me be very clear. I am a big crypto bull, but I'm also a realist, and I want to be honest with you guys every single day. And so if there's something that's not standing out right to me about a mint, whether it's for crypto.com or any other community out there, I'm going to call it as I see it. I'm going to let you guys know my honest opinion and my honest truth and what I believe, how it played out. To just keep you guys in the know. And that being said, I'm still a bull on crypto.com. I am a bull for Bitcoin and Ethereum and crypto overall, but I'm looking out. We might have retracements coming here. We might have a little consolidation before the halving event or right after the halving event to get us ready for a real true bull market, which is really only just beginning. It's only the beginning. Donald Trump's releasing NFTs. It's a crazy time. We got spot ETFs coming. What comes next? Well, if you want to find out, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. That's all I got. Guys, don't forget DCA HODL. I'll see you next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, y'all.